Go ahead.
Okay, this is Jeff Davis Show, live on location, Waco, Texas, 19 April 2010. Visiting today with Waco Branch Davidian, Mr. Paul Fatta. And Paul,
how you doing?
I have basically one question for. First off, how long were you in prison?
I was in prison for 12 years, 7 months.
Okay. Well, what charges?
The original charges were conspiracy to commit murder against federal agents, aiding and abetting murder of federal agents, carrying a weapon during a commission of a crime, conspiracy to manufacture automatic weapons, and aiding and abetting the manufacturing of automatic weapons.
Okay, now where were you on the first day of the attack on Waco?
I was actually 100 miles away. I was in Austin, Texas.
And did you ever go to the Mount Carmel facility during any of the 51 days?
No, I did not. When I came back from Austin that evening, the perimeter was already secured. They wouldn't allow me past the... they had a barrier there outside, probably 2 miles back from the property.
Okay, now how then, the main question then is, how do you go from being charged with all these conspiracies to kill federal agents and all this stuff when you're 100 miles away at a gun show in Austin, Texas? How does that?
Well, I mean, it's the way the law is. They say if you have knowledge of something that they're going to hold you as responsible as the person that pulls the trigger. But you got to remember, it was a pretty political trial. They needed their pound of flesh. There was a certain amount of survivors, younger people like myself at the time. I was in my early 30s. So they had to take and get their pound of flesh, and they wanted somebody to be responsible for what happened. And it just happened that they got this small group of people that survived, so and I was one of them.
So the bottom line is, you spent 12 years in prison for these phony charges, and you weren't even on location at Mount Carmel during any of the 51 days.
No, I wasn't. I think the thing is, again, it was a political trial. They were trying to make somebody responsible for the tragedy. They didn't want to take responsibility for their actions, so they put these charges on. Well, there was 12 of us, and we fought for our innocence. We went through the judicial system. We hoped that there would be justice served, and you saw the outcome. I guess there wasn't justice, but you know, we try to leave it in God's hands at this point and be thankful that we're here where we are now.
You have an incredible story, a tragedy, but thank you very much for this.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.